I know it's a tough time finding good deals, especially on our primary residence. That's why you have to create alternative options. I'm Emmitt, and this is your Real Estate Minute. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Emmitt Combs. I am a Florida real estate broker of Emmitt Combs & Company Realty. Now, if you're tuning in from Instagram and you're looking for creative options, you've come to the right place. Also, before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like our videos if you like them, and please leave us feedback. Most people think when you mention hard money lender, you're talking about investors and investments, and this could be so if we're thinking inside the box. But we're talking about creative alternatives. Now, the purpose of a hard money lender is to make up the difference of resources where we fall short, or temporarily take the position of your traditional bank to purchase a property that does not qualify for financing. Most buyers having a hard time finding a good deal on a property in an increasing housing market, and for two reasons. One, they're overpriced. Two, the houses that are priced right, they're being overwhelmed by aggressive offers. So how do we find a good deal on our primary residence in this type of market? Now I'm going to put on my investor's hat. Most good deals that I find in today's market, which is a very strong market here in Florida, Orlando, and Miami, the better deals I'm finding are all cash deals. Now, how can we, navigate through the inventory, find things that meet our criteria for as functionality of the home, square footage, location, size, school, job? Now, how can we, navigate through these options that we have and get them to meet our criteria? Because, if you go and look at homes that you can get actual financing for, they're overpriced. They push us beyond our limit of comfort. We're getting into, the higher twos on the $300,000 price range. We need to find homes that's affordable to us, keeps us within our limit. Most people in the first-time home buyers situation, you're looking for a home that's anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000. You may straddle up to about $250,000, but generally that's the price range you want to be as a first-time home buyer anyways, no matter what situation it is. Even if you make substantially good income, or if you have a larger family, you still want to be in that price range. So at least on your first purchase, you can get adjusted to the operating costs of a home, the utilities, maintenance, and all the above. You want to get adjusted so you're not getting too deep. Now, I want to go back to the best deals being cash only deals. Now, what you want to do to give yourself the best option or the best chance at these types of options, or you want to go ahead and get pre-approved from a hard money lender and a traditional lender. And what this do is give you the best chance at these different cash only deals. And I know a lot of people like, well, I'm not looking to invest. All right, me being actively involved in real estate and transactions, I see it happening way too often. I've noticed that not a lot of people are taking advantage of this type of creative alternatives. And so what you would do is you acquire the property with the hard money lender. You would go and make the necessary repairs, the minimum, and you would want to make sure whatever repair you make the minimum repairs with the hard money lender. Meaning you're just making the necessary repairs in order to get financing for the property. Now you take your traditional pre-approval and you go through your regular lender and you finance the money that you borrowed from the hard money lender through your traditional lender. And now you're already going to have a good deal on the property because it's a cash deal, so you got it below market anyways. Speaking of the best deals being cash deals only, this is the time you want to organize your team. First person on your team is a good real estate agent. Not your family friend, not a part-time agent, but a good agent. Possibly somebody who already has investments or have experience in making these type of investments. If you can't find one, call me. The second person on your team is a hard money lender. And beside a hard money lender is a regular traditional mortgage broker or a regular lender. Now, with the hard money lender and the regular lender, you need a pre-approval from two different hard money lenders. And with those pre-approvals, you need to go through how much they're charging you, the fee, the interest, and how much time they're giving you, and how much they're going to, I want to say finance, but how much cash they're going to give you. Some hard money lenders don't give you 100%. Some give you 85%, which you will have to put down 15%. Some give you 90%, which you have to put down 10%. find the different fees, find what works best for you, and have those pre-approvals on the side and ready to go. And then you want to get pre-approved from your regular traditional lender. All right, now you want to start the process, and this is where it gets sort of fun. So you get with your seasoned real estate agent and you start to look for cash deals only. Now, the cash deals are going to be, I want to say it's easier to find the best options when you sort through everything. Cash deals only. You want to find cash deals only that have good potential, and it doesn't require a lot of work for it to meet the criteria to get financing. So that will be your search criteria with your real estate agent. Cash deals only, and ones that don't require that much work to get financing. And now, once you get off to the races and you find a couple properties that meet your criteria. Now, again, we was talking about first-time home buyer and the pricing. You shouldn't be above a $250,000 price range, and so that means even if you're buying it cash, that means the house should be no more than like $100,000 cash deal, and you should have at least $50,000 to $75,000, not $100,000 in equity in the property. And so let's give you a good, I want to say, outline of where your search should be. Anywhere from $75,000 to like $125,000 cash only deals. You can go below, but I think below you'll probably run into issues where the homes need a lot more work than you're probably experienced to handle. And so again, you want to find the cash deals that need the minimum amount of work in order for it to get approved for financing. Now, once you find a house that meets your criteria, you want to send that property over to your hard money lender. And now what happens here is that the hard money lender actually become your second source of security. And remember, we're not experts because this is our first home. Even though our real estate agents are, and if you don't have the right one, they may not have all the experience that you possibly need on your team, and you may not have all the experience either in vetting them properly. So again, the hard money lender is your second source of security at this point. Because what the hard money lender is going to do is they're going to run the report on that property, CMA, I don't know what the reports are called that they run, but they're going to run an investors and report on the property. And what they find is that property has to have enough equity for you to pay them back and for you to make money too. So if they approve of financing that property or giving you money to acquire that property, that's just confirming that you're buying a good investment. Now you still have to be smart in understanding how much things are going to cost in order to fix them. But again, you're only trying to fix the minimum portion in order to get the traditional financing. And so this is where you need your guidance from your real estate agent too, to have the sense of knowing how much these repairs are going to cost you once you acquire it with your hard money lender. And they need to help you sort of contractors team together that can do your roof or electrical, plumbing, whatever that needs to be done. You need to start organizing that team too, and hopefully you have a good enough real estate agent that can help you align those proper professionals to execute it in an efficient amount of time. And now, most hard money lenders will give you about 6 months to flip the property. And so, with this being said, is they're going to give you a monthly payment on that money. And so it's not like you're just getting free money. You don't have to make any payments, whatnot. You will have to make payments on it. So therefore, you don't want, to try to go and get the most you can get, but you do want a good deal on the property. You do want to get the repairs done, just enough to get the property financed. And now, once you get the property in good enough condition to get it financed, it's probably going to take you about 3 months to get everything where you need to be. So then you go to your traditional financing and you refinance the property and you pay your hard money lender back. Now what you've just did was create an alternative option to acquire your primary residence in the increasing housing market. The hardest thing is just being comfortable using the hard money lender and having the resources to put down the 10 or 15% that the hard money lender is requiring you to meet their obligation in order for them to pay full price for this property in cash. And then the second part is having the right team behind you to support your decision and knowing exactly what this property needs in order to acquire, or in order for you to get your traditional financing. Now, there's a lot of other ways that you can get, create alternative options, but this is just one. And this is one that I don't see people using a lot. And what that means is the road is not crowded. You still can find good investments in an increasing housing market. There's a lot of good cash deals out there that don't require a lot of work. And the ones that do require a lot of work, of course, they're in the lower price range. So again, you look at your price range, go through them. Maybe you may need to spend some time looking at cash only deals and sort of get an understanding of what you're up against when it comes to repairs. And then you also want to look at, this is where you want to have a title company too. I forgot to add that one in there. The third person on your team is have a title company and do your title search, because it's a cash deal. You still want to go through your traditional lender, traditional title company to get a clear title, or just to make sure there's no discrepancies or clouds on that title. And this means like city liens, judgments, liens on the HOA, violations, code violations. So this is where you really want to have a title company at hand, because you're acquiring the property cash. And so you don't want a clouded title that can't get financed. And so you still want to clear all that. So you need to do a little bit more due diligence when you're buying a cash property, because you don't have the protection of the financing and a house being approved for financing on the preliminary round, which means using a hard money lender. So you want to be up to date on that. So make sure you have that title company as your team as well, and create a relationship with them. Be checking in with them. It don't need to be the first time you speak to a person from the title company or your hard money lender or broker when you find a property. Be in communication with them, asking them, what they need to send, what you need to send them in order for them to help you out, and how much it costs. Just know these things ahead of time. Now, I have a lot of resources, but I know, people who watching this video, you won't be using me on your deals. And if you do, you probably have the best agent out there, or the best agent in your corner that's experienced in this type of transactions. So again, have your team together. And now, once you complete one of these transactions, the next thing is to get the financing. So you want to go directly to your traditional lender, get your financing, and you refinance it. Make sure when you refinance it, there's enough equity there to leave you to finish making all your necessary upgrades and repairs to make this home uniquely yours. Feel free to reach out to me. You can email me directly, emmitt.combs@gmail.com. You can text me, leave a message down below this video. Leave your comment, feedback, please. And again, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Emmitt. This is your Real Estate Minute.